Welcome to Sunday at X. We kick off our coverage with a brand new event here in Austin, Big Air Doubles. What's going on, everyone? Brandon Graham alongside Tony Hawk and Kevin Robinson. And fellas, I believe we've officially reached our Legends quota here in the booth. I'm just glad we have enough microphones to go around. Spectacular to have both of you here for what should be the debut of an outstanding event.
It is going to be exciting to see all the best of the mega ramp, the big air events going side by side. Not side by side literally,
right,
but one after the other. It's a little misleading, but we're excited to see more of what they can do.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a unique format. We see pairing up a BMXer and a skater. BMXer goes first, then the skater, and we count top scores.
Yeah, it should be an exciting event. I was over at the practice talking to some of the guys, and they're just looking forward to having fun this morning. You know, to just be a good time bringing two great sports together.
Yeah, it's something we've always thought about because we have all these great gold medalists in the skateboard realm as well as the BMX realm. What would happen if we teamed them together? And we've built some super teams here today. As we said, each one is at least one gold medal in big air, but look at how stacked this field is. Steve McCann and Elliot Sloan versus Zack Warden and Tom Schaar versus Colton Satterfield and Jake Brown, and then Morgan Wade and Bob Burnquist. Try picking a team. I can't do it.
Yeah, myself, I'm going to pick Morgan Wade and Bob Bernquist.
And luck of the draw, I guess. I don't know if they actually got to pick their own team.
Right, yeah. That's about as good of a team as you'll find here.
I call Bob.
And here we kick things off with Steve McCann of the McCann-Sloan team. This is McCann's 16th X Games appearance. He's got 2 golds in big air, so you know he has the pedigree. And following up is his teammate on the skateboard side, Elliot Sloan, who just Friday night grabbed his silver medal in skateboard big air, as we await McCann's score.
It's been fun watching Elliot, you know, just become so dialed on the mega ramp from when he first started skating it, and just watching him grow up, and he just kills it. I love watching him skate.
I think this is my favorite trick over the gap here. Indy 720. Oh, overshooting a little bit. I think he might have caught the wind. I was actually up there on the landing earlier, and the wind is so unpredictable that half the time they're overshooting it. Sometimes they're undershooting it. Sometimes the wind just pulls their board away. And I imagine it must be worse on bikes.
Yeah, McCann right there with a no-handed backflip. You know, that's the thing with the wind. If you can't predict it and the wind grabs your wheels, the gyration of your wheels just completely pulls your bike sideways.
Yeah, great shot there from the GoPro.
And why did he choose to do a basic air there on the quarter?
Probably had something else in mind for sure, and just, you know, went into the ramp. Wind definitely plays a factor. If you land wrong on the landing and you don't set up right, you know, then sometimes you have to make the smart decision of just coasting through.
So the score's officially coming in. McCann with the 16, Sloan with an 8 for 24. Each athlete will get 4 runs. So each team member gets 4 separate runs, and we count their top score. So it doesn't have to be from one particular set of scores. I know that sounds confusing, but you'll figure it out as we go on. Zack Warden off the gap, unable to land there, Kevin.
Yeah, Zack going for that back flip, bike flip. That's a Zack Warden original, and he had trouble with that last night too. Just over rotating just a hair on that landing, which is when you have this kind of speed, it kind of bucks you right off your pedals.
So here's Tom Schaar, our gold medalist in skateboard big air a year ago. He earned a bronze just a couple of nights ago, and the future very bright, Tony, with this young man on this ramp.
And I think Tom knows he has to make up for his teammate at this point. That's a new element. Ooh, backside all 360. Perfect landing right over the knuckle into a 900. That's the Tom Schaar special. So that part of the team did really well.
He's carrying the weight for the BMX guy.
Half the team was killing it on that run.
So let's take another look with Schaar's run beginning over the gap.
Here we go, backside ollie 360. Look at that perfect landing, exactly where you want to be for the most amount of speed on the quarter pipe. And then into this melon grab 900, spinning it all the way around before he even gets below the coping. Look at that, and the look back. Like, I'm not even finished with that trick, and I'm checking you out. Like, yeah I did that.
Colin, what's next?
So Warden scored a 9 on the BMX side. Let's see if Schaar can pull up here on that score. A 41 for Tom Schaar. So the bar has officially been set of 50 totally for the two of them. So Schaar pulling the weight there on that one, helping them out for a total of 50.
Absolutely. Zack Warden definitely has some work to do.
And how about this next young man, Colton Satterfield, going back-to-back last night with the gold medal in big air.
There's a no-handed cork 7. Wow. Lands it perfect. I'm going to call it double tail whip. Triple tail whip. And rides out.
Yes.
He hangs on.
Come on.
Does that work? That works for me.
That works for me. That absolutely works for me. You're riding away. Your wheels are rolling. That'll work.
Kevin Robinson, that was outstanding.
First run out of the gate, throws down cork 7, right to that triple tail whip.
So his teammate here in big air doubles, Jake Brown, a 2-time gold medalist in skateboard big air.
Jake knows he's got to make something, so he's going for the backflip, and looks like just overshot it.
And Tony, we didn't see Jake land a run at all qualifying.
No, but he was only
a couple nights ago.
He was obsessing on the Ollie 720,
right.
So I think his backflip is more of his safety run. But look at this.
Yeah, this 720 cork 720 no hand. Right here, you see him set up. 1, 2, 3. Finds his pedals. Now watch. Slips off, but keeps his feet. Keeps his feet off the ground. So that counts. Right here. Triple tail whip. 1, 2. You see his arms working that tail whip around.
Would he generally want to be higher for that trick?
Yes. Well, it's much easier and not land so low. He came down pretty low. He's below that seam, so that's a lot of impact.
Wow, look at that.
Whoa.
That is a nice recovery.
That is hanging on.
And Kevin, I know it's been an emotional roller coaster the last 24 hours for this guy, Colton Satterfield.
Absolutely. What an evening last night. Just an amazing setting.
So a 32 for Satterfield, an 8 for Brown, a 40 total for them. So Warden and Schaar continue to lead the pack. But here's a team that both Kevin and Tony seem very high on. A couple of legends led by Morgan Wade on the BMX side.
Morgan is planning on blasting, which he only knows how to do. Starting off with a huge no-handed backflip, holding it out. Nice, big, slow double tail, over-rotates. That's the thing. when you start going that high on this thing, it's so hard to control your spinning, your flipping. It's so hard to keep it in check. The last thing you want to be doing is chasing it, trying to slow it down.
And no one goes higher off the quarter than Morgan Wade, the pride of Tyler, Texas. He's got a lot of fans out here today. So we'll see if his teammate can help him out. And I guess he won the lottery on this one. The most decorated athlete in X Games history, Bob Bernquist, fresh off his gold medal performance in big air on Friday night.
Oh boy, here goes Bob with that tried and true switch backside 180 over the gap into Indy 3 on the quarter pipe. That's the that's becoming the Bob signature line.
It really is. So let's take another look with Morgan off the quarter. What goes wrong
right here?
Kevin?
Double tail whip. He catches it and watch, over rotates just ever so slightly, but it's enough to buck him off his bike.
And then Bob over the gap.
Look at that. I think Bob uses the wind to his advantage on that trick right there. And this huge Indy 360. I mean, that trick is frightening at any height on any quarter pipe. And he does it the highest ever. Every time.
I think the BMX guys need to get to work here. The skaters are carrying the weight.
Kevin, I mean, maybe during a commercial break you can get feed in their ear a pep talk or something, because skaters are leading the way right now.
Yeah, which is, you know, none of the bikes have landed any of their runs, and the skaters have. That is definitely something that's different.
So a 14 for Wade and a 44 for Bernquist, and the Wade-Bernquist team takes the lead off of the first run. And remember, each of these athletes are getting 4 attempts. We're counting the top score of each. So this contest far from over. Let's head down to the third member of our team, who's with our leaders of the pack, Alyssa Roenick.
Yeah, guys, you're a new leader. So you guys are so used to being out here in an individual sport, not having to rely on someone else. What do you think about this new event?
I think it's cool because it kind of throws a wrench in the system and just adds a new element that's actually a lot of fun. And you know, when guys like slack and fall in their first run, you got monsters that come in behind you and just totally destroy it and make up for it. So it's great.
How do you think that Team Burnquist Wade stacks up against the rest of this field?
Oh, this is a good team. I mean, I got the hometown hero. Maybe you get the Texans liking Brazilians now. You know, we're stoked. No, I mean, the strategy's totally different. You know, if it was a individual finals, I'd go for my best run right off the bat. But we're trying to get scores in there, so I wanted to get a score in, and now we're just trying to work up on it. So I'm glad I got a score in. We'll get Morgan in there, and then we're going to keep upping it.
Okay, have you guys come up with a team name yet? We'll come back to you. Thanks, guys.
Very original. It doesn't matter what you call them because they have the lead. 3 more runs to go for each team. It's the debut of Big Air Doubles here at X Games Austin. Action from day 4 continues when we return. Welcome back to Big Air Doubles here on day 4 of X Games Austin. We're officially run 1 in of this brand spanking new event here at Circuit of the Americas. And this is a POV first class footage of how you get up to the top of the ramp courtesy of Steve McCann. And there you see he, along with his teammate Elliot Sloan, right now they're at the bottom of the barrel, 4th place, 24 total, so they got to amp up those scores. Wade and Bernquist leading the way with that 58, but each team still getting 3 more chances on this course. Steve McCann actually replacing the injured Chad Kagy, who Kevin last night broke both of his heels and lumbar during a big air practice yesterday right before the competition.
Yeah, Chad, he off of the landing, he rolled down and tried a front flip flare and landed so low and blew off his bike and yeah, fractured both heels and had surgery last night. So
McCann replacing Kagy, speedy recovery we wish for him. But here are some highlights from the first round.
There's Colton's no-handed cork 7, triple whip, dragged his feet out. I think someone wondering why his score wasn't a little higher. Just, you know, it wasn't quite that high, and, you know, slipping his pedals like that, the judges are looking for you to ride away.
They're not looking for you to sit down on the way right across the flat. That's not the way to
sit down at 30 miles an hour.
I always wonder why he had a seat.
So here's Steve McCann replacing Chad Kagy. He's got 2 golds in BMX Big Air, trying to add a 3rd in this brand new event. Had a score of 16 on his first run.
Yeah, I want to see Stevie put together a good solid run, just at least get a good score on the board. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, the giant no-handed backflip and into that corner. Nice, solid double tail. That was so smooth, perfectly landed. Good height at 15 foot 9 inches. That was a good run.
And just important for these guys, especially early on, knowing that they got 4 chances at this. We count the top score from each guy. Just put a solid run down, get comfortable, and hope that your teammate does the same.
Yeah,
see where that bar's
team, will you?
That's a good thing. You get a solid run in, you get a good score, and then you can build off that.
Right.
Yeah, stop trying to hog the spotlight.
I knew the rivalry was going to happen here, the skaters and the BMXers together. But it's nice to see them playing nice together in the sandbox. Because I know you guys are fans of each other. You watch all the skate Big Air. And Tony, I know you catch a lot of the BMX action as well.
I grew up riding the skaters.
Here we go. Indy 7, perfect for Elliot. What's he going to do? Tail grab 540. Looking good. There you go. That's how you play for the team.
So Elliot Sloan repping the McCann-Sloan team, putting it down for the skaters. Let's take another look, beginning with Steve McCann's highlights over the gap.
Right here, big tuck no-handed backflip. Coming into this corner for a double tail whip. 1, 2, spots his landing. Watch how high he lands up on the ramp. Perfect landing, didn't get sketchy at all. It was great.
And look at his entire run via GoPro. Check this view out.
He came up a little short on the landing, yeah.
Just a little, caught the knuckle right there. Yeah, the sweet spot is about 4 feet past that sticker.
Yeah, and it gives you right there.
Yeah, right where Elliot just landed.
And gives you the most speed for the quarter pipe too, because if you land before the actual roll down, it ends up reducing your speed, even though you're landing higher.
So a 36 for McCann and a 44 for Sloan, jumping them up into first place with that score of 80. Again, each rider getting 4 attempts on this. We count each single best score. So a nice solid showing for both of them on attempts number 2. But here's Zack Warden.
I want to see Zack pull this. Backflip, bike flip. There it is. Zack Warden original right there. 1, 2, 3, triple tail. Oh. I kind of wish he just would do a double tail whip just to put down a safe run. He had a great jump. That's a Zack Warden original. The backflip, bike flip. Going in for that triple tail and just landing low.
Now, Kevin, if Zack can pull that off, what can we expect score-wise there?
If he pulls off the triple tail?
Yeah.
I think that would bump them up. Bump them up to the lead.
So here's Tom Schaar.
720. Oh, landing low. Yeah, these guys are, sometimes they're adjusting for the wind, and then the wind doesn't come, and the wind is actually blowing against them.
That's the hardest part about riding this ramp in the wind. You never know what it's going to do.
So let's go back to Warden over the gap.
There's the backflip, bike flip. Lands it perfect, right on the sweet spot. He's gambling here. Triple tail it. Watch how low he lands. Over rotates a hair. Let's hope he can get back up and do it again.
Look at them, both of them. No, neither one of them want to look each other. I'm sorry, man. No, I'm sorry, too. So Colton Satterfield and Jake Brown, that team set to go off in team number 2. But the huge storyline from last night, Kevin, history being made, joining a very elite club.
Yeah, it's a club of 3 now. Myself and Ryan Taylor and Colton Satterfield. Welcome to the club, buddy.
You know, that shot of you yelling is going to be a meme. Sorry to tell you, right? It's going to be a bad meme.
So Colton Satterfield making it back-to-back gold medals in BMX Big Air, and put down a solid first run out here today.
Yes, he did. Now he can just build off that. Colton's a real consistent rider. No-handed cork 7 to late bar spin. Just washes out a little bit. So no-handed cork 7, he's off access, spinning 720 degrees, taking both hands off, and then throws in that late bar spin at the end.
So his teammate will drop in next, Jake Brown. Jake, no stranger to Big Air. He's won gold in the event twice before.
Jake wants this backflip. He's been having a hard time. He keeps overshooting it. Looking good.
There. Oh, I thought that was it.
Just landing a little too low. You see, he extends his legs, and if he's not right on the wall when his legs fully extend, then there's nowhere to go for him, and he can't compress.
So let's look back, beginning with Colton over the gap.
There's Colton going for that no-handed cork 7 to late bar spin.
And then Jake. You know, Tony, I was thinking about it. These guys, it takes such a toll riding the Big Air in their own respective events, period. But if you're a guy like Jake who maybe, you know, had trouble landing things in skateboard Big Air a couple of nights ago, you almost welcome an opportunity to finally land your run in another contest here.
I think so, but his strategy is different because he was going for broke. at the big air event. He was only trying Ollie 720. He was not going to compromise at all.
Right.
And I feel like now he's a team player. He's got to make a run, and that's what he's going for, because he usually has that backflip pretty dialed.
Well, great scenes out here at X Games Austin, especially at the Bud Light House for Whatever, the Festival Village at Circuit of the Americas. It's been packed all 4 days. A lot of fun for the entire family, and an epic 4th and final day out here at X Games Austin. Big air doubles. We're wrapping up run number 2 of this brand new event. Brandon Graham alongside Kevin Robinson and Tony Hawk with the call. And here are our current leaders. Well, they were until they were just unseated on the previous run. Morgan Wade and Bob Bernquist. A lot of hardware between these two. And guys, we're just excited to see this new event going off. And Morgan Wade didn't land his run on attempt number 1. Bob did. Let's see if Morgan can make up for it here.
Yeah, he's home here in Texas with a big Superman backflip. Lands that perfect. 1, 2, giant double tail. Again, over-rotating. Land a little low, over-rotated. Thumbs up.
He's okay.
Morgan is a beast. You can check out his bike actually right there. See his front wheels twisted to the side, offset from his handlebars, so have to make a quick bike adjustment.
Is he doing a self-diagnosis medical right now?
Yes. That's something that...
Is that what you guys do?
BMXers learn.
Yeah, all right. Like his own private MRI?
We don't have a Barry, so we just do
got
that.
You, all right.
So Morgan Wade has arguably the most amount of fans out here. He's from Tyler, Texas, not too far out of Austin. He reps the state as hard as anyone. And we'll see what's going on with him health-wise.
If he is able to go again, he has to score over a 36 right now to put their team ahead of Steve McCann, Elliot Sloan. Because Bob's and Elliot's highest scoring runs are tied right now, but that could change right now with Bob's switch, backside 180 1 foot, and then into that Indy 720 to fakie, which got him a gold.
Now Bob still has that single high score of 44, which he can carry throughout the event. But let's take another look at what goes wrong for Morgan off the quarter.
Double tail whip. He catches it. Watch, just lands low, over rotates. Natalie watching on. Right there, you see her shoulders come up. She knows.
And here's Bob with his switch, backside 180, and then give it a little 1 foot, little flare for you, just to show how much control he really has.
There's a reason why he's the most decorated athlete in X Games history, winning another gold medal in skateboard big air just a couple of nights ago. Again, we count the single highest score from each athlete throughout the contest. So we're halfway through big air doubles. We'll come back, but now it's time for off-road truck racing. Let's head to the booth with Toby Moody. Welcome back to X Games Austin 2015. It's the 4th and final day, the debut of a brand new event, big air doubles. After runs 2 of 4, it's the team of Steve McCann and Elliot Sloan leading the way with a score of 80 overall. Tonight, National League rivals square off, the Cardinals versus the Dodgers. It's 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and watch ESPN. So the team set it off for attempts number 3. Also happen to be our current leaders. They're the only ones where both athletes have actually completed a run.
Here goes Steve McCann with the backflip tail whip. He lands it. Going in for that double whip. Oh! Everybody's over-rotating and landing low on the whips. You got to think that the wind's playing a factor. You know, we just heard it was 13 to 14 mile-an-hour winds, so you know, if it's a headwind, you know, it makes it clearing the jump a little more difficult, and on the quarter pipe, it'd shove you out over the tranny.
Right, especially for the bikes. That gets really dangerous.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So McCann will hold on to his 36. Elliot Sloan's trying to best a 44. Again, if you're just joining us, we've paired up gold medalists in both the BMX and skateboard field. And each guy riding, and we're combining their top scores with the top team, earning gold.
Oh, Elliot missing the grab on that Indy 7. Pretty sure he was going to go for a tail grab 900 on the quarter pipe, because that's pretty much how he steps it up whenever he rides the big air ramp, and that's what got him the silver the other night.
That's right. Elliot Sloan earning the silver medal just 2 nights ago in skateboard big air. So the McCann-Sloan team will hold on to their previous run scores, and they stay in the lead. And there we see Stevie McCann off to the side. Here he is on the quarter.
Coming in, you just see, gonna land low again, drags his feet, kind of rolls his ankle.
And right here, Elliot. Oh, he actually got a hold of it there for a second, but not tightly enough. And I think the wind played a factor in that bail too.
So neither guy able to land their run, but as I said, we count the best single score from each rider. So there we see Zack Warden, part of the Warden Schaar team. Warden, of course, a 2-time gold medalist in big air. This is his 10th X Games appearance.
I love watching Zack ride this ramp, because when he first started riding it, he was so scared of this ramp, and he's gotten so comfortable now with the backflip, point flip again, came up short.
And yet, Kevin, you say if he lands this run that he's trying to pull off, it's going to be tough to beat on the BMX side, at least for a high score.
Yeah, I think if he can land that, it'll definitely bump him up for sure. You know, others are capable. You know, if Satterfield ever decided to do another double flare, and that could take it to a different level, but I don't expect to see that.
So here's Tom Schaar. He's already got a 41 in the bag.
He goes 720. Oh, and real low there. These guys are, the wind is against them, so a lot of times they're trying to adjust for it, and they're trying to get more speed than usual. And then if the wind doesn't come, they just end up overshooting the entire jump.
We play it back with Zack Warden's fall over the gap.
Yeah, he came up short. You saw his back wheel catch that knuckle, so that threw him off.
And then here's Tom, not coming up short. Going long, and it's just too hard to recover if your legs are fully extended and you're going down that far down the ramp.
So Warden and Schaar will hold on to their previous scores. Again, we count the single highest score from each rider. Even if one lands and the other doesn't in the same round, there's a good look at the wind, guys, at around 11 miles in their face, really.
Yeah, 11's not too bad. So when it starts getting up into the teens, that's when it really starts affecting you.
So here's Colton Satterfield, fresh off a gold medal performance in BMX Big Air last night.
As a Kortner hand at 7, landed, and he's trying to double flip. Oh, I just had a...
Wow, that was scary.
I just had a flashback.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to hang up.
Now, Kevin, you had just said
I don't know a whole lot, Kevin, but I know what it's like to hang up.
Yes.
You said you didn't expect him to try and attempt that out here today. He must have heard you.
He must have. But, yeah, as soon as he took off, man, I've done the same exact thing. You take off and you just know, as soon as you take off, you should have pulled out more. And I just worry about him clipping the coping, but you get out of that okay.
We'll take another look after his teammate Jake Brown takes off.
Backflip. There we go. Clean one for Jake. Into a big backside air. Oh, just had his body a little off kilter. It looked like he was going to try to do a 540, which is usually his go-to trick on the quarter pipe, but he decided against it.
So let's take another look at Colton Satterfield beginning over the gap.
Right here, there it is, the Kortner hand at 7, as we've seen many times. Lands perfect, right in the sweet spot. Heads over for the double flare. Just doesn't pull off the lip enough.
When you know that, right, about here?
Right. No, you knew that right when you take off. Yeah,
you just
as soon as you take off, you just kind of got to go with it.
I'm thankful that he didn't hit the coping.
Me too.
And there you see family reaction. So Jake Brown's score improving to a 17, but still combined for a 49 for Satterfield Brown. Keeps them in 4th place. So we've got one final team to attempt their 3rd runs. Again, each team getting 4 attempts here in big air doubles. Currently in 2nd place, Morgan Wade and Bob Bernquist. Morgan Wade yet to land his run. We'll see if 3 times a charm, trying to best a 14.
I think Morgan's going to stick this run. Morgan has the capability of just getting more speed than just about anybody else because of his size. And Superman backflip lands that perfect. 1, 2, perfect double tail whip. Up at 19 feet 11 inches, just shy of 20-foot double tail whip. Expect to see a huge bump up here.
You know the judges love that amplitude, Kevin.
Looked like he really slowed down the rotation there.
Absolutely. He adjusted the rotation. He knew because of the height he was going. He is a happy Texan.
So finally landing a run.
I'm calling a bump up to...
And that's all they really needed, because Bob is tied with Elliot Sloan for the single highest score out here today thus far of a 44.
Morgan throwing in the lemon squeeze for us.
So here's Bernquist looking for another gold medal.
Switch, back to 180. And going for this forward to fakey 720. Again.
Whoa.
That's the trick to put him in 1st.
This team,
I expect to see a change in the leader right now.
in case you were wondering, Bob Burnquist, Morgan Wade, the most big air combined medalists here today with over 18. They're in search of a team name. I got one. How about the Dream Team?
Yeah, that was an amazing run by both guys. Right here.
The score officially coming in, Kevin, a 43 for Wade on this run.
Superman backflip, lands it perfect. He adjusts the speed on the double tail up here. At just about at 20 feet, lands so high up on the tranny. That was perfect.
Teammate approved. And Tony, as we take another look at Bob, his score getting bumped up a 47 on that run.
The typical Bob fashion there with the switchbacks. And this trick is so incredibly difficult, and only 2 people have done it in the world. But Bob takes it to the big air ramp, and forward to fakie, 720. Look at that, just landing completely blind to the wall with confidence. I think at this point, it's pretty obvious that they're going to take it. They're just going to have a friendly competition between each other to see who scores better.
Morgan Wade and Bob Bernquist reclaimed the lead with a total combined score of 90. They jump back up into first place. We're 3 runs in here in big air doubles. Morgan Wade and Bob Bernquist are your leaders. 1 more run to go here in our brand new event at X Games Austin. Welcome back to day 4 here at X Games Austin 2015. We've got 1 final run in our brand new event, Big Air Doubles. Morgan Wade, part of the Wade Bernquist team, currently in the lead, putting down a great run in his last run, but here was a big fall on attempt number 2, Kevin Robinson.
Yeah, he over-rotated, landed a little low, and yeah, popped him off his bike, but Morgan, being the true warrior he is, got back up and
well, for an update on the team Morgan Wade, Bob Bernquist, let's head down to Alyssa Roenick.
Thanks, Schaar. New leaders are going to opt out of their final run. Morgan said after that crash, his knee is giving him a lot of pain. He can barely walk right now. Bob's wrist is really hurting. Remember, he has a broken wrist from vert earlier in the week. So they said they both landed the run. They came here to land. They're going to sit back and hope their score holds up.
So Morgan and Bob will sit on that third run score for each of 43 and 47 respectively, have them with the overall lead of 90, which means the 3 final teams will take their 4th run. Let's take a closer look at the big air ramp as GoPro presents the course spotlight, courtesy of Stevie McCann.
yeah, as he approaches the jump right here, see him spot his landing, heading into that 27-foot quarter pipe.
And that one scored him a 36, Kevin, which he's still holding on to as he attempts his final run.
Yeah, this is make it or break it here. Let's see if he can step it up.
Trying to best that 36. His teammate Elliot Sloan has that 44. Let's see what McCann's got.
Backflip tail it. He lands it. Oh! Exit stage right.
So Stevie McCann goes down hard. XGames medical there right away. And there we see the athletes looking on. Tough to see Kevin on his 4th run here, especially after he was able to clear the gap.
You know, the last thing I want to see is any of my friends go down like that. You know, you want everybody to walk away healthy, having a good time.
So McCann getting attended to by XGames medical. We're going to take a quick commercial break while he gets attended to. More from XGames Austin when we return. Welcome back to XGames Austin. We're in the final runs here of big air doubles in an unfortunate scene just moments ago as BMX rider Steve McCann took a tough spill on the quarter pipe. And for an update, we head down to Alyssa.
Thanks, Brando. Yeah, while ESPN Medical was attending to him, I can report that he did open his eyes and move his arms.
Thank you, Alyssa. No, that is good to hear. XGames Medical quick to the scene. And we hope all the best for Stevie McCann. And for more XGames action, we head over to another booth with Toby Moody. Thank you, Toby. Yes, we are on our 4th and final attempts here at Big Air Doubles, a brand new event here at XGames Austin. And if you're just joining us, moments ago, an unfortunate scene as BMXer Stevie McCann taking a tough spill on the quarter pipe. As soon as we have an update, we will let you know. We have been told that McCann is being taken to the hospital, and we can report that he opened his eyes and was moving his arms before leaving the venue. So just a tough thing to see. But now as the show goes on, and his teammate here in the event, Elliot Sloan, will take his 4th and final run. And he's trying to best the score of 44.
We know Elliot's capable of it, as we saw in the Big Air Finals the other day. Whoa, he's going for that 1080 again. He just wanted to go all out. I think that was for his teammate.
Right.
It's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it like I've never done it before.
Yeah. And I think that feeling might be contagious amongst all the rest of the competitors, but we take another look, Tony, over the gap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going for a 1080 there, which no one has done across the gap. in history, and I mean, it would have been cool to see Elliot do it for the first time today, but thankfully he's okay, and we're all hoping to see McCann's okay.
And of course, without McCann able to continue, you know, Sloan had a 44. Even if he were to get a perfect 50, that still wouldn't be enough to unseat Bernquist and Wade. So their final score officially in the books has them at least temporarily in silver medal position with that score of 80, still trailing Wade and Bernquist. And dropping in next, sitting in the bronze medal position, Zack Warden and Tom Schaar. Warden yet to land a run, trying to replace a 15. Will he do it on his 4th and final attempt?
Let's see, Zack. There it is. The backflip, bike flip, lands it perfect. Nice and settled. Throws a clean tail whip just to get a good run in there. I think that was a smart play for Zack Warden.
Even that with a single tail whip, it's still he was overturned.
He over-rotated again.
So we'll await Warden's 4th and final score, but finally able to land a run. You know that will improve it. And here dropping in Tom Schaar, bronze medalist from just a couple nights ago in skateboard big air, a former gold medalist in this event just a year ago, trying to replace a 41.
There's Tom, 720. Just leaning a little too far back. I think that was less the win and more his body positioning.
Well, let's take another look, beginning with Warden's successful run.
Here it is, the backflip, bike flip. Zack Warden original, lands that so perfect. Catches his seat, finds his pedals. You see his left foot there is on his crank arm, right? And he'll adjust his feet right when he lands. You watch his left foot, he adjusts it, put on the pedal. Right here, just a big slow tail whip. Still rotates a little bit, but hangs on.
Able to ride away. And his score coming in improves to a 29. Schaar keeps his 41 for a combined score of 70. Not enough to jump up a position, so they stay at least temporarily in 3rd place. Tonight, the NBA Finals continue with Game 2. The Warriors, of course, won Game 1. LeBron and the Cavs look to even the score. NBA Countdown starts at 7:30, followed by NBA Finals Game 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. So Colton Satterfield and Jake Brown will be our final team to attempt final rounds here, as Morgan Wade, Bob Bernquist, our leaders, have opted not to take their 4th runs.
Whoa.
Yeah, his foot slipped the pedal coming into that landing, and that was a smart choice. Just that, you know, it's a last-minute decision. Sometimes like, oh, I'll just do an air anyway, and that's how this ramp can definitely come back and bite you. So that was a smart play on Colton's decision there.
So Morgan Wade had the top score amongst the BMXers here in the big air of 43. So Colton was trying to at least match that to make it interesting. Unable to do that, he'll hold on to his 32. Here's Jake Brown, yet to land a run. Here he is on his 4th and final attempt.
Here we go. Oh, Ollie 720. Jake was not going to hold back on the last attempt there. He was playing it safe up until that very last run where he was trying the backflip, and that's something he knows he can make.
And with that bail, our podium is sealed, but we'll take one more look at Colton and Jake's runs on their final attempts, beginning with Satterfield.
Right there with the court, no-handed 7, his foot popped off the pedal. Quick adjustment and made a smart play.
And then Jake coming in with the Ollie 720. Almost made it there, just needed to turn it a few more degrees and he would have been standing up.
There you see the gold medalists in our debut event, Morgan Wade and Bob Bernquist. Let's look at the runs that made it happen, beginning with Morgan Wade.
That big double tail whip landed so smooth. Just slowed down the rotation. Look how high he is.
Bob here with the Indy 720 forward to fakie. A rare sight on any ramp, but especially up here at the wherever he is, 17-foot mark.
And Kevin, Tony, you know what I love? Both guys posted their high scores together in the same round. That was pretty neat to see. So let's head down to Alyssa, who's with our newly minted gold medalists.
All right, you guys, congratulations, Bob and Morgan. Thanks for standing up for the interview. How's the knee feeling?
The knee doesn't feel too good, but it'll be all right.
The wind feels pretty good.
Yeah, well, now that we're not riding, it feels good.
No, the wind, the big wind.
Oh, the wind. I thought you said the wind.
Bob, how much did Morgan's riding impact what you did on that last run you guys took?
You know, it's a different dynamic because I don't want to let him down, and I'm sure he's thinking the same. And then he goes out there and like face plants the ramp, and I was like gonna just gonna do like a run just to get in there. But once he did that, I'm like, that's a gladiator move. I got to go for mine, and I just went for the 7, and I'm glad it worked.
Yeah, well, we're all glad it worked. Congratulations, Morgan. One more time, what do you have for this Texas crowd?
Yeah! I already don't have a voice from that.
And one from the Brazilian, guys.
Wow, Bob may have actually matched him there on that yeehaw. So big air doubles, the first one ever officially in the books. There you see the podium. Morgan Wade, Bob Bernquist with the gold. Steve McCann, Elliot Sloan with the silver. Zack Warden, Tom Schaar with the bronze. Morgan Wade, part of that gold medal winning team here in that brand new event at X Games Austin. But we're just getting started today when we come back. Off-road truck racing.